Welcome back to the Journey of the Abandoned House, episode 12. In today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the history and the back of the building and, well, the back of the building, because that's all we've been working on. But before we get there, I want to talk about what's directly behind me, and that is the Ice Palace. Every year, Saranac Lake puts together a group of volunteers, and they build, from scratch, an entire palace built out of ice. And they've been doing this since 1898. Basically yearly, there's some gaps in there, but for the most part, every year they come together and they do this. It's an amazing process. We've been enjoying even just listening to them work. Every day, you'll hear chainsaws running, heavy equipment running, and they just get after it all day long. It's a really amazing thing to watch this happen. And tonight will be the reveal. They're gonna light it all up and the carnival begins. So if you guys are ever in the area or want to put it on your bucket list of places to check out in the wintertime, this should definitely be one of them. And that's because of that. So for now, we'll just go in the back and have a look and see what we've done. Alright, so in the back here, as you've seen up to this point, we're working on the siding. We've finished all the trim, the siding. We've also painted all the soffits in the back here and repaired them. There are some rot issues. And installed the soffit venting. And now the roof finally breathes from the soffit to the ridge instead of this montage of different vents that they had before. And if you got any questions about that, throw a comment down below. I'm happy to answer that. And if you happen to like the content, why don't you go down and hammer that like button. Yeah, let's just show you the wall. All right, as you can see, we finished the trim work here. Put a little piece of siding there. The soffit's painted, ready to go. All the siding is finished on this wall. So this one's done. The trim in this corner ended up being challenging, to say the least. We couldn't just run a typical trim board, which would be like a 2x2 or 1x1, whatever you normally would run, in a corner, because of how many times this house. Alright everyone, so here on the back side of the building, I've been working on this back wall, getting prepped for siding. And down below here, this was all open to the exterior, so anything can get right up underneath here. We had raccoon tracks, we had cat tracks, you name it, it's been going underneath here. And we've had it blocked off with hardware cloth up till now. And now that I want to put the siding on, I want to get it all framed out, blocked off, and all that. The tricky bit to this whole scenario, honestly, it's not building the little wall or putting the sheathing on. It's the stonework where the original foundation piers have all these gaps that you have to be worried about. And so what I've done is I've coped the metal to the stone, as you can see there. And then again over on the other side. And the real reason for that is kind of twofold. You want to keep the weather out. There's that. This corner doesn't see a whole lot of snow accumulation for whatever reason. But the bigger thing is just keeping the rodents out. So if I can do it now and get it hidden behind all the trim work and all the siding and all that, you'll never see it, and it's doing its job. So that's what we've done. Tongue and groove ceiling, because all those components were still there. And in order to do it correctly, I ended up ripping the entire thing out, completely reframing it, and this is how you see it now. We've got the new zip system on there, and we'll get that finished up next week and hopefully get some siding on the building. So if you guys like the content, go ahead and hammer that like button, and look forward to hearing from you. Until next week, see ya.